It's time now for This Week in Rock and Roll History. Brought to you by Tom Tabak and the Daddy-O's. Take a moment to stroll with us down memory lane to the good old days. Those rock and roll gold days.
Hi, everybody. Tom Tabak here. Happy to be your tour guide going back to the good old days of soda shops and sock hops in the gym. How about we start this trip in 1958? Radio station KWK in St. Louis had all the rock and roll stuff removed from their playlist. Of course, an indication that they may have gotten it all wrong was that the same day the Silhouettes released Get a Job, it would climb to number one and ultimately be considered a rock and roll classic. Another indication they got it wrong was on the same day Rick Nelson starts a 2-week run at number one on the album chart. This week in 1959, the Everly Brothers are enjoying a whirlwind tour of the UK. The Platters hit number one with Smoke Gets in Your Eyes. Let's go to 1960. Nearly 20 million people watched Cliff Richard and the Shadows perform on the UK TV show Sunday Night at the London Palladium, where they are presented with a gold record for the single Living Doll. Johnny Preston's Indian love song Running Bear hits number one and becomes the first song to do so after previously falling completely off the charts. Also this week in 1960, on his 25th birthday, Sam Cooke changes labels from Keen Records to RCA. Even though he already had a string of hits including You Send Me, Only 16, and Wonderful World, it worked out okay for RCA. Sam Cooke continued to crank out several more chart busters until his death in 1964. Let's go to 1963. Keith Richards, Mick Jagger, Brian Jones, Bill Wyman, Charlie Watts, and Ian Stewart performed together for the first time at London's Marquee Club. And the Beatles appear on their first TV show, Thank Your Lucky Stars, in the UK, where they performed, get this, their current number 45 hit, Please Please Me. This week in 1964, they entered the U.S. singles chart with I Want to Hold Your Hand, the fastest breaking and fastest selling single in Capitol Records history. Meanwhile, back in the UK, Glad All Over by the Dave Clark 5 had just knocked I Want to Hold Your Hand out of the British number one spot. 1965, Alan Freed, who popularized and brought the term rock and roll to the forefront, died at the age of just 43 from complications brought on by alcoholism. The Rolling Stones, the Kinks, the Dave Clark 5, Petula Clark, Bobby Vee, Bobby Sherman, and Jerry and the Pacemakers all appear on the short-lived ABC TV show Shindig. Let's finish this trip in 1967. 40-year-old David Mason records the piccolo trumpet solo for the Beatles' Penny Lane at Abbey Road Studios in London. He's paid a whopping $42 for the session. In August 1987, the piccolo trumpet he used was sold at Sotheby's auction for $10,846.
If this is your kind of music, you'll love our 50s and 60s Graffiti Gold Show with Tom Tabak and the Daddy-O's, a 90-minute blast from the past. For booking information, show dates, locations, and tickets, visit GraffitiGoldShow.com. That's GraffitiGoldShow.com. Be there or be square, GraffitiGoldShow.com.